Yes guys, welcome to the channel, and this is your social news video. As in recent hours we've been linked with a move for Douglas Luiz on loan. That is coming out by David Ornstein. We've also been touted by Fabrizio Romano that the negotiations for Jeremy Decker is difficult, it's complicated. We want to spend up to 40 million plus add-ons. Stade Rennais wants £60 million package, which is 70 million great euros. So there's a chance the Jeremy Decker deal isn't done, but I'll give you my thoughts on both players, as I haven't been able to in recent days because busy, but I found some time to upload today. Your A-League preview will be out tonight by midnight 1 AM UK. If you're not awake, it's fine, you can wake up to it. But yeah, Jeremy Decker. The French 20-year-old centre-half playing for Stade Rennais. Stade Rennais has a really great history of releasing some amazing players like Camavinga, Doku, and this is just another example. Many fans, many people have touted them to be the next big thing in French defenders, as most clubs see him as the next Saliba. Most fans see him as the next Saliba, and I do rate Jeremy Decker a lot higher than your William Salibas. I see him as a very comfortable physical defender who can also play really well out of the back. He has amazing passing ability, and 9 times out of 10 he plays amazing. He is suited to the Premier League as well. In terms of what we want to spend on him, we want to spend up to £50 million package. That's including the add-ons, by the way. So it could be 40 plus 10, 45 plus 5, but most likely 40 plus 10. So there is a gap between us and Stade Rennais' evaluation. But knowing this club, we'll pay what they want. We won't back out of negotiations. If we want a player that bad, we will pay what they want. It's the Chelsea way. We did it with Gittins. We did it very easily for Gian Pedro. We pay what they want. As Villa could go 2-0 up, as I am filming this watch, the second half has just gotten underway. And no, they haven't gone 2-0 up. But Douglas Luiz now, we might as well move on to this one. I want to touch on Palmer and some other player situations. Douglas Luiz, I remember him at Villa, and he was a very, very, very good centre mid. He was probably one of the best in the league back in 2023 when he was at Villa. He then moved to Juventus. Didn't work out. That's what I'll say. It didn't work out. And he then went on loan to Forest. Played a lot more under Ange Postecoglou, from what I know. Barely played under Sean Dyche, and it's been a rough patch. Forest are open to letting him leave. Same with the Alexander Zinchenko loan. It seems like both loans didn't work out under Sean Dyche, and they are looking to return him, and Juventus are going to look for a new home for Douglas Luiz, of course. Aston Villa are also interested, according to David Ornstein, on loan. They'll probably put a obligation in, and if I was a betting man putting money on it, I would probably put the more likely scenario of him going back to Aston Villa. He loves Aston Villa. He misses it. It's a second home to him before he moved to Juventus. And I don't see any other outcome other than him going back to Villa. Now, when I might leave us, will we go for a centre mid for the rest of the season, or will we stick with Reece James as a temporary solution? My opinion, I think we'll go for someone for loan, maybe a loan with obligation, with a very easy obligation for one of our main targets. Maybe we go to someone like a Belabor and go, yo, we'll do a loan with an obligation for Belabor, Brighton, because we all know how much we love Brighton players. Or we could do that with Yasin Ayari, who I'm a decently big fan of. I'm also a really big fan of other midfielders like Wharton, like Anderson. We need a Wharton player because Lavia just can't stay fit. Wharton is press resistant. Wharton is really good on the ball. Wharton shoots just like a glove. I remember when we were linked to him when he was at Blackburn. And Chelsea scouts, Chelsea directors know who's good, who's not. They barely have any misses at the moment, so I will say I'm excited for whoever comes in. I'm pro project. I'm not the biggest fan of Bened Egbali. Feel like the way this club is run at times is stupid. Most of the time I don't mind it. Obviously, that isn't the topic of this video. But now let's talk about Cole Palmer. There was actually a story what Sky Sports put up. I believe it was this morning or last night. From the Daily Express. They were talking about it. Cole Palmer being interested in a move back to Manchester after feeling quote-unquote homesick. That's coming up from the Express. I call that bullshit! Ben Jacobs, Jacob Benz, whoever way you want to put it. They come out on the United Stand because they do weekly shows every Thursday, 2 p.m. United Stand on the United Stand, the United fan base channel. And what he understands is that Palmer isn't unhappy. As such, quote unquote, when he was fully fit, he was really happy at Chelsea. And it would be very, very surprising if he has a switch of tone. I'm happy at Chelsea, wants to go back to Manchester. Whether he's falling out of Chelsea or London in general, that would be a surprise. And any move to Man United will be a non-starter. It would be quite a surprise if it did happen. Especially Chelsea's situation is we don't want to sell Cole Palmer. He is key. Cole Palmer has not shown any sign of wanting to leave. Heck, I personally remember Cole Palmer coming out and saying, I could see myself retiring at Chelsea. I really enjoy it here. It's been an amazing time. He's even shown on many Instagram posts that he loves this time at the club. And he feels really connected. He feels at home. So any sign of Cole Palmer leaving would be absolute bullshit. And move on. In terms of other stuff, because that is stuff out where I didn't cover yesterday because I didn't film yesterday. Cole Will, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez are all seeking improved contract terms after their outstanding form when they've been playing. Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, best midfield pivot in the world, arguably in the league, 100%. And Levi Colwill has really started to show his full confidence. He's been superb. Obviously, when he got that ACL injury, it really did affect us, as we didn't really have any good centre-back who could play out from the back, hence the Jeremy Jacquet negotiations and links. So yeah, I do see all three of them getting new contracts in the summer. Whether that be extra 2-3 years, which they do like to do, with any new contract, when it's not for someone like Kukurea, who's on the older side, 28, 29. Then one more story I actually do want to talk about. is Reece James's contract situation. It has come out by Jacob Benz on a Twitter space, X space, that Chelsea and Reece James do want to extend their time together. But it is expected and it's well thought that Chelsea will not offer him a new 5, 6, 8, 7, 8 year contract. It is more likely to probably be a 4 or 5 year extension because he is 24 turning 25, if I'm correct in saying that. So anything going into his mid-30s would be seen as unlikely. And I do not see Reece James leaving, as he is nearing the 2-year contract situation, which Chelsea do not like any players going into their final year. So any thoughts of a new contract would be happening in the final 2 years. Torsten and Saliba could be getting sold this summer as they're entering the final 2 years of their contract. And Chelsea might not want to extend. If I see them extending anyone, it would probably be Saliba. But that's not coming from me. That's coming from Nizar Kinsella. And Reece James stuff came from Ben Jacobs. And yeah, really decent times at the club right now. I mean, it's been worse, I will say. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, make sure you like, make sure you do subscribe, make sure you do turn on notifications. There will be a video out tomorrow. Your Chelsea Palace preview will be out tomorrow. And you will be getting a news upload at some point. I think I'm going to hold the preview off till Saturday. If there's news, if there's not news, then you'll get it tomorrow. And you'll be getting a video Saturday if there's enough Chelsea news. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And peace!